Hello, this is Himanshu Prakash, and in this chapter, we discuss about human development profile. See, the overview of the human development profile is that the dimension of human development and neoliberalism, and the economic structure of South Asia, human development in South Asia, that is knowledge, education in South Asia, longevity, status of health, nutrition and sanitation, decent standard of living, gender discrimination. Introduction. The concept of human development emerged as an alternative to the traditional development concept which emphasized on economic growth, while the purpose of the all development and economics or social is human welfare. For a long time, in the most of the literature and the international debates, development has been identified with the economic growth and measured in terms of aggregate income of a society or per capita income. The distribution of income in the society, the availability of a social choice, and the opportunities for maximization of potential of the people were neglected. Efforts to the overcome this is human development paradigm which shifted away from the earlier trust or quantitatives to the qualitatives improvement of human life. Drawing on the idea of prominent economist Amartya Sen, the Human Development School defined development as a process of enlarging people as a choice. It regarded increased income as a means of to widen human choice and capabilities. The most critical one being the opportunities to live a long, healthy life, to educate and to have access to resource needed for the decent standard of living. After the United Nations Development UNDP adopted Human Development Indices to evaluate the progress of a nation in 1990, the concept of human development has gained wider recognition. It has evolved from an idea into an intellectual movement. This unit gives you a short description about that. Let us talk about what is human development. The issue of development has been central in social science. Since the end of a Second World War, as a nation began efforts to reconstruct their economic damage by the war, as emergent countries of South Asia, Africa, Latin America begins to remove distortion in the social and the economic system caused by the centuries of colonial rule. A spate of development theories emerged. By and large, these theories conceived a development in a narrow quantitative sense of material welfare and command over material resources. Accordingly, the value of a total good and services produced in the community, that is gross national product GNP, or once its variant remained, is used as an indicator of aggregate welfare of a community. In 1970, equity consideration began to impinge on the idea of development. For instance, the basic need approaches shifted to the focus of requirement of the poor and disadvantaged in society. The World Bank also broadened its conception of development being to emphasize growth for the poor and resource weak groups along the aggregate worth. While such conception of development embodied the desire to improve the condition and welfare of all members of the society, the basic indicators of development remained income measurement of one kind or other. Consequently, growth in real income was the main target of development plans of nation, international agencies concerned with the development. In the early 1980s, this approach to development was disputed by prominent economists like Amartya Sen, Paul Stritton, Mahbub ul Haq. These economists believed that increased income should be a means to improve human welfare, not as an end in itself. They argued that income should be regarded as a means for enlarging human choices and strengthen human capabilities. The range of things people are able to do or be. After all the development in the about people, these well-being, their needs, choices, and aspiration, this new thinking on development with the people as a focus of concern has came to known as human development approach. Accordingly, to this new thinking, human development is a process of building a human capabilities such as to lead long and healthy life, to have education, information and knowledge, to have opportunities for livelihood, to have access to the natural resources, for a decent standard of living, to have sustained development, to have personal and social security, to achieve equality, enjoyment of human rights, to have participation in the life of a community, to have responsible government and good governance, and so on. Traditionally, development theorists have argued that increase in the income would result in human welfare. Advocate of human development disputed this claim. They argue that quality and distribution of economic growth is as important as quantity of the economic growth for enlarging human choices. Income may be unevenly distributed within a society, in which case people with a limited or no access to the income will end up with a few choices. The range of choices available to the people depends on the national priorities of a society or rulers. The elitist or egalitarian model development, political authoritism or political democracy, or a command economy or participatory development by comparing per capita income with indicators of education or health standard. These economists demonstrate that country with the standard with the higher level of per capita income did not necessarily have better education or health standard. The human development approach gained grounds when the United Nations Development Programme UNDP presented a comprehensive concept of human development in the first Human Development Report 1990. This report, prepared under the guidance of Mahbub-ul-Haq, defined human development as a process of enlarging the range of a people's choice by expanding human capabilities and functioning. Subsequently, annual human development reports have further elaborated the human development paradigm. For bringing forward the human development profile of all countries of the world, the UNDP constructed the concept of Human Development Index HDI. The HDI is a cumulative measurement of the three essential human choices required at all levels of the human development: longevity, second is knowledge, third is decent standard of living. Longevity is a choice to live a long and healthy life. It is measured in terms of life expectancy, years, how many years you survive. Knowledge is a choice to acquire literacy information. It is measured by educational attainment percentage, which is combined gross enrollment ratio at various levels. And third one is decent standard of living, is a choice to enjoy a quality and standard of life. It is measured by national income or income per capita in purchasing power parity in US dollar. The UNDP report ranked a country according to its overall achievement in these three basic dimensions of human development. HDI ranks countries in relation to each other to inform how far a country has traveled in the path of human development. In this way, the HDI is indicated to the peoples of human development and not the complete measurement of development.